More historic protests taking place across the communist island of Cuba. Cubans demanding change as the world watches in anticipation of what could happen next.
The United States stands firmly with the people of Cuba as they assert their universal rights.
Cuban exiles right here in South Florida also taking to the streets for a second straight day, showing their support for the uprising in Cuba.
Right now, tens of thousands of Cubans are demanding basic necessities that they say they need to just live.
But the Cuban government is pointing the finger of blame directly at the long-standing, decades-old U.S. embargo. Let's get right to Local 10 News reporter Hatzel Vela live now with the latest for us. Hatzel.
Captain, I can tell you internet outages are preventing images from coming out of the island, but people in Cuba say protests are still ongoing. Videos from today's protest in Cuba are rare because of internet outages.
Thousands of people.
CNN's Patrick Ottman is on the ground. When you talk about internet outage, how bad is it?
This is something the government has done here and other times of civil disturbance. They have not said that the internet is down, but that's not something that they would ever comment on.
Cubans have taken to the streets protesting lack of food, medicine. COVID, they say, is out of control, so much so hospitals don't have space for people. This is video many are sharing on social media, some of it sent to Vito LaNave from a friend in Havana. He's concerned about his safety.
He was just very upset. He said, I'm looking, they're killing people. Please let the people in Miami know.
¿Cuál es el origen de ello? ¿Cuál es la causa de ello? Es el bloqueo.
That's the Cuban president on national state-run television this morning, playing from the same script as former Cuban leaders, blaming the U.S. government for all of its woes.
They don't want the images that we saw yesterday being shown around the world.
Cuban expert and retired UN professor says expect more repression on the island unless the military breaks with the leadership, which he says is very unlikely.
It seems difficult or unlikely on the surface that things would continue at kind of the pace they did yesterday, given that government security forces are clearly out in force.
In videos, we've seen police in plain clothing with bats in hand, at times using rocks to disperse crowds. This is happening across the country in multiple cities and towns from east to west. This is truly historic what we're seeing here. Cuba has not seen something this massive and widespread since the 1959 revolution. Reporting live from the newsroom, Hatzel Vela, Local 10 News.
Hatzel, thank you.